Good morning and welcome to the program Breakfast Show on Radio Nigeria Coal City 929 FM Radio Nigeria Enugu. I'm your host, Ekene Odigwe. In today's digital world, almost everything we do, from banking to communication, business, shopping, all happens online. But with these conveniences comes a growing risk: cyber attacks. From hacked social media accounts to online scams and financial fraud, many Nigerians have experienced it firsthand and know someone who has. So the big question is, how can we stay safe online? Joining us to shed light on this important issue is a cybersecurity expert, Emeka Madu, a security consultant and a founder, DOM Global Support Foundation. Mr. Madu, you're welcome to the program. Let's start from the basics. Many people hear cybersecurity and think it is something very technical or only for IT professionals. But in reality, it affects everyone who uses a phone or the internet. So in simple terms, what does staying safe online really mean for the average person?
Oh, thank you very much for having me again. My name is Emeka Madu, a security consultant based in Paulsville, Washington State, United States of America. When we talk about cybersecurity, or just in a layman's term of understanding, just to say what cybersecurity is, just about staying safe, how to protect your digital footprints online, just like as you have your phone, how do you protect your devices or your system or your computer or anything you do online over the internet from anyone running into your information or taking advantage of information. That's what cybersecurity is all about. So that people don't just come in and steal it and take it and misuse it for all kinds of events or things that you don't know. That's what cybersecurity is all about. So when we hear cybersecurity, let's not get scared. It's not a time, it's not like I say it's rocket science that you must be an IT professional to be able to understand what cybersecurity is all about.
That's very important. Now, one of the most common ways people fall victim to cyber attacks is through simple mistakes like clicking suspicious links or using weak passwords. What are some everyday habits people should adopt immediately to protect themselves online?
Again, one of the things that habits that people should adopt to protect their digital print or protect themselves online on daily basis, they have to use a very unique password. When it comes to password, if any system that you're using that has a password, please do not use your regular, like your date of birth, and put it as your password or things like that. Always add alphanumeric characters into your password, like you put numbers, you put Emeka at, then you put just some kind of character that is acceptable in a password column, and numbers. Just intertwine those things, make it change, tweak it around so that it can give you a very good password, a very unique one, and not something that someone can regenerate or recreate out of the bliss or thinking of something. Then you have to be very careful. Not every link you see, you click on. If you're not too sure, I'll always tell people don't click. But if you're not too sure about what I do is I copy the link, go to Google or go to ChatGPT, paste it there and verify this link. That's another way you could do that, to verify links, just to be sure that it's a very, very good site you're going to, a very good link. And your system, your devices, please always protect your devices. Like you have your phone, even when sometimes our phones are stolen. And when they are stolen, because of our carelessness, or even when we go to repair them, we leave all kinds of sensitive information on the phone or on the computer. And the guy that's going to repair it, he sees some of them. Some of them are trustworthy. Some are not trustworthy. You can't really trust anybody. Sometimes you might even leave. Sometimes that's why you see some people say their nude got leaked. It's just because they have those personal information or personal pictures in their devices and they take them off for repair. And when somebody run into them, they kind of misuse them and use that as a way of getting back at them. So these are one of the things you have to be very careful. When you go out to public spaces, be careful of how much you share your Wi-Fi, or you start using people's Wi-Fi just because you want to log in. Hackers could jump into your page from there, run into those free Wi-Fi you see on the road, or run into something. So these are things you have to be very, very careful that you have to be very careful. You have to protect yourself. I want everybody to be very subconscious of it, because you could lose your money. And this time and era, not like the insurance policies, the insurance are going to pay you back any money when you lose them in your bank, in banking banks or anything. So these are some of the things that you have to be very serious. Always check your what do you call it, your SMS, maybe a bank alert. Always check. From time to time, always log in to check your account details and things like that. Lock your phones and do everything. Put your guards up. Do not let your guards down. Do not just hand over everything you have and thinking nobody cares, nobody knows you. And limit the things you share on social media. Limit those things. Some of the information, a lot of us have all our day-to-day activities. I'm in Chicago, you post it. I'm in Agbara, you post it. I am in Lekki, you post it. I'm in this place, you post it. Some of those things are not really helpful. Those are too much information that we share in public space. You don't know who has good intention and you don't know who has bad intention. So let us be very wary of some of the things we do. Thank you.
Okay. Let's talk about something many of us rely on daily, our smartphones. People store a lot of personal and financial information on their phones, yet many do not take security seriously. What are the key steps to securing your smartphone from hackers?
Okay, key steps in protecting your smartphones. One of the things I'm going to tell everybody is, like I said earlier, use strong password, PIN, Face ID, or whichever one. And always keep your phone updated in terms of the apps. Always keep them all updated, because sometimes hackers will send you all those fake updates, and you think it's a real update, and you run into it. It's actually a phishing app that is going to come to spam to hack into your phone, which some of us don't really know because you're not technically savvy. You don't have that knowledge of cyber security or how to protect yourself. Always be very careful what you download. Downloads are another thing that people download all kinds of things. Somebody will send you see a picture of somebody you know, and you start downloading. You don't know the person behind that picture you download, that video you're downloading. There's some kind of spyware inside it on that particular picture that is coming to your phone that you will not know. So be very careful what you download onto your smartphones. Be careful. I always put in anything you do, 2-step authentication is very, very important in your phone and in all your applications on your phone. Anything that has a 2-step verification, please ensure you put it on it. Do not click on links especially on your smartphone. And when you go out in public space, you see free Wi-Fi, you go to start doing your banking information on it. At the time you're doing all that thing, sometimes hackers are beginning to look at, they monitor those free Wi-Fi. They are on it. Because you're not technically savvy, you don't have that knowledge of cybersecurity. You don't have that knowledge of how the internet works. You don't have that knowledge of how to protect your digital footprint. Somebody who is on the line with you, monitoring everything you're doing as you're typing, he's getting all the data you're typing, and he's going to hack into your account. So you have to protect your phone devices like your life depends on it. Put so much attention. If you know you cannot work with a smartphone, please go and get Palasa. Go and get Touchlight and use that Touchlight. Touchlight is the best phone on earth to see if you don't want to be traced by anybody. That's a Palasa. If you like, hold it from now to Jericho. Nobody can trace you on it. If you know you cannot deal with smartphones, just go and get a Palasa. Palasa is just those Touchlight phones, those small little phones that we have that don't have internet. Those are the type of phone that I recommend for people like that. Please let us be very careful. And most importantly, when you're not using your Wi-Fi or your Bluetooth, please turn them off. When you're not using them, please turn them off, because when you leave them on, you giving people access to you. So that's some of the tips that I want everybody to take note of.
Another major concern is online scams, fake messages, phishing emails, or fraudulent calls. These scams are becoming more sophisticated and harder to detect. How can listeners identify and avoid these scams before it is too late?
Okay, some of the things I'm going to advise people in order to help them identify scam emails or scams. When you're asked for do things urgently, especially when you get email that requires urgent attention, please, I always ask everybody to have a rethink about those kind of emails or calls or anything that requires urgent attention. Like sometimes people will call you and say, hey, we're having a Zoom meeting and we are going to send you a code, or your bank said we should do this. Please breathe out, take time, breathe out and begin to think. Always see every potential call like that as it could be a scam. Even though it is true, treat it with caution. As they are asking the question, you pay more attention to the background and where the person's voice and what the person is saying. Listen to what the pronunciation of maybe your name or the organization he or she is calling from, or the email they sent to you. Look at the website very well. Like I always tell people, copy the email, post it on, go to Google or ChatGPT, paste it there and say, verify. That's a very, very sure way to identify those kind of things, because when you don't do those things, you tend to fall victim to easy prey. So always have a second thought. Always see everything as a potential threat. Don't take it that it's me, Emeka, that sent it to you. Don't take it with full, because you might see Emeka, but you will not take note that there's one thing they put at the back of Emeka. You might see maybe there's a dot or a comma at the end of Emeka, but you think it's Emeka, but you copied my name, they faked my name. So you have to be very careful. And not everything, not all the time people call you to make payments, that they make genuine payments. Sometimes they say, okay, go and pay with this credit card or pay with this, You have to be very, very careful. Always, like I always say, relax. Gently assimilate what you're about to do. Verify it. As they're even talking to you under pressure. Anybody who speaks to you under pressure, no, that's a red flag. Slow down. Listen attentively to the names or the organization names he or she is calling from. Then you can, if you want, you can ask them questions, sensitive questions that not necessarily your full details, your full information. You could ask it, what did you say your name is? He will stumble. If it's not the right person, will stumble. What organization did you say you're representing? That's it. Or if you get an email, you're not sure. All you need to do is copy the whole email, paste it in ChatGPT, verify it. If it is not happy, if it's not confirmed, you can delete it or block that email address. That is how you can, those are important things you can do.
Okay. If you're just joining us, this is Breakfast Show on Radio Nigeria, Coal City 929 FM, Enugu. And we are talking about cybersecurity, staying safe online. Guest is Emeka James Madu, security consultant and founder, DOM Global Support Foundation. You can join us online at www.coalcityfm929.net.ng. Now, Mr. Emeka Madu, let's bring it closer to home. Financial security. Many Nigerians use mobile banking, POS services, and online transfers daily. Unfortunately, this also makes them targets for fraud. What practical steps can people take to protect their money online?
Well, I'm an advocate of using a strong and unique password as well for our banking apps. Those are one of the first steps you have to employ to protect your protect your money, online. When people call you, do not share your password or information online to people you're not too sure. And when you're in public space, please avoid doing banking. Like maybe you go and jump into this free Wi-Fi. you start going to update your account, or you're still trying to access your account over public Wi-Fi. Please avoid that scenario, because you could lose it. Then you could lose your money. When you want to buy things online, a lot of us jump to go and buy things from all these online shops that we see online, or anything that comes online. You go and buy, you put your credit card or put your information there. By the time you know what's up, they'll promise they're going to send you the thing. You will do like you've shopped, but you don't know you've actually given them access to your whole information. Please be very careful. Verify the sites you go online to shop, because those things are areas where you lose your money. Your bank app, always keep it updated. If you're not tech savvy, you don't have full knowledge of technology, please do not sign up for online banking, or do not go and get the banking app on your phone. If you don't have the full knowledge of how it works, please, and anytime you have anything you feel not too comfortable with, please call your bank. The bank has a 24-hour service number, fraud line, that you can always call in to report such kind of activities. So please, I'm going to employ every one of us, be your own police, because your device is in your hands and your money is in your hands. So be your own police.
Social media is another space where people unknowingly expose themselves, oversharing personal details or falling victims to account hacks. What should people be doing differently to stay safe on online platforms?
I'm going to rebuttress this point again. I'm going to repeat this point again. To stay safe online, when you're on any online social media or anywhere you're doing anything, please use strong passwords to protect your online account. Now, always enable your two-factor authentication. Even your email addresses, put your two-factor authentication. Even on your WhatsApp, please protect your two-factor authentication. Do not over the phone respond to everything people call upon you to ask you questions, or anything you're not too sure of, and they ask you questions, you give them information, you lose your account. So many of us are victims of WhatsApp hack and the rest of them. Now, sometimes your friend requests, people you don't know, everybody sends you friend requests. You don't know who is the good and the bad people. Please vet who is sending you requests. Somebody else wants to use to get your information. You have to be very, very careful when you're choosing people. If you're running a public site, you're running a public show, please be very careful when it comes your phone or your computers or anything. Keep them up to date. How are you going to keep them up to date? Make sure the apps on them are running as up to date. If you don't know, you see your technician to help you do that. Then when you after a while, always once in a while, look on your device, review your security settings to see when it has been compromised. When it compromised in the sense that somebody may have tampered with it and haven't, even some of us don't know we have phones, that somebody else is monitoring our calls and monitoring everything. Or sometimes some of those things that people don't really pay attention to, somebody will just come and run into you and be taking your money from your account without or take a loan and delete the code from your phone. You don't know. Please, that's one of the things. And when you're in a public space, you see, maybe you're in some of the malls and you see free Wi-Fi, you jump on it, you start browsing, it's free, and start doing banking transactions. On your own, you are on your own. Whatever you lose, don't blame anyone. It's at your own risk and at your own peril. So please, I advise everybody, when you're in a public space, be very careful some of the things you do in those free Wi-Fi you see. Those things are free. But not everything is not free that is protecting you. And when you're done using your account, maybe you go to the cyber cafe and use it, please ensure you log out of your account or anything. And sometimes there are even times that people harass us online and do things like that. Do not go and start throwing words or start trying to take the laws into your hand. Report any suspicious activities that you don't seem to understand to the nearest police station. Walk in and complain. They say, have a cyber crime unit. Go in there and complain. I don't seem to understand what is happening. Be your own police. Police cannot be everywhere. But you can sometimes walk in and go and see, or somebody can come in and steal your phone and do all kinds of things with your phone. Because when they take your phone, they take your number, they have access to your account. So please, do not let your guards down and review your security settings. Everything you do, please pass the information across to your children, to your family members, so that everybody will get to know how to stay safe and monitor your children online. Some of our children these days, they go to read all kinds of things online because they are the sites they run up to, or maybe they run into an adult website and you don't know. So please, it's for you to be able to watch and protect their interest while they are on the phone, or when you give them those phones or you give them those tablets. Please be on your toes. Do not let your guards down.
Now, despite all precautions, some people still fall victim to cyber attacks. It can be frustrating and even embarrassing. If someone gets hacked or scammed, what should they do immediately?
If you're a victim of a hack or you're a victim of scam, the best I could advise you to do, let's start from hackers. When your phone or your device is hacked, please go immediately. If you can, go to the cybercrime unit of any police station and report, make a case, make an entry first. Because the person that hacked your phone, you don't know how far the person can go with your information has been stolen and used, and it might be used against you. Because they hack your phone and use your number to call, and they use it to carry out a napping case. You'll be held liable for it. Or they use and borrow money that you don't know about, you'll be held liable for it. So once your phone is hacked or your device is hacked, run straight to the nearest device, make an entry. Then you take it then you can establish and go to the nearest available technician to help you fix it. That is one of the things about when it comes to being hacked. Or if you're scammed, go straight again, report to the law enforcement agent that can help you recover those things. The more you let it stay, the more it's going further. The more the hackers or whoever is stealing more or doing more harm to you. So please, when you're scammed or you're hacked, run straight to the next available police station and make an entry so that it can be established. If they can advise you further on that before you run to your lawyers and begin to see how you can seek redress. If you want to go to the court, if you have something you can trace up to, you can do that. But please, once you're hacked, like I say, be on top of your game. You are solely responsible for your actions and your inactions.
Before we wrap up, let's talk about awareness. Many people still believe it can't happen to me, but cyber criminals don't discriminate. What mindset should Nigerians adopt when it comes to staying safe online?
My fellow Nigerians, I'm going to tell you, all my other listeners, the best things you can do to stay safe when you come online, going by the same logics and principles that I've outlined before. You don't have to be a security expert to be able to protect yourself or protect your digital footprint. Use strong and unique password. Enable your two-factor authentication. Update your softwares on your phone, your tablet, or any devices. And before you hand them out to people or public people, any other person, please be careful and know who you're handing them over and let them know they're going to be whatever your content. If you can protect password, then password it as much as you can. There are ways you can protect your file without you letting the Apple. Seek your local technician to teach you on some of those things you can do. Then, if peradventure something happens, you're hacked or scammed, law enforcement agents are available. There's a cybercrime unit of the Nigerian Police Force. You can always run up to them. If you have access to DSS, you can run up to them if you have access to them. But once you don't have access to them, do the little you can do. You can protect yourself to stay safe. And when you're online, limit the things you share, your personal information you share online. Once you're out there on social media, not when you go to ShopRite, you post or shop. I'm here, I'm in this mall. You post here, check them. You go to this one, I'm in this place, check them. You go to this place, I'm in Paja, you do check them and post. And you're telling everybody your locations. Or when you get home at night time, you now take the last picture, selfie, and post. You're on your bed, you take your selfie and post. You've actually told the assailants or people who are telling you, this is where I am. They can trace all this via your IP address. Just the basic thing you should not do is do not share everything you do online to protect yourself, And when you go out there, please watch some of the things we say. If you don't have concrete evidence of some of the things you hear or say, do not share them. So you have to be very, very careful who gets your details or who have your who has your information online or offline. Please and please stay safe, protect yourself. And now that we're going to an election season, protect your PVCs, protect your NIN. Do not go brandishing your NIN on this thing at this political season, because anybody that runs into it can use that, manipulate it, and use them part of manipulating the election. Please, let us be safe and let us stay safe. So let us not be victims of circumstance and cry later. Thank you very much, and I pray all of us are safe. Stay safe and stay vigilant. Thank you.
Very insightful. Thank you very much, Emeka James Madu, security consultant and founder of Dom Global Support Foundation, for sharing these practical steps with us. If you have ever been a victim of an online scam or have questions, feel free to reach out or join the conversation on our social media platforms. Until next time, stay informed, stay alert, and most importantly, stay safe online. This has been Breakfast Show on Coal City 929 FM Radio Nigeria Enugu. Producer is Jude Obu. Supervisor is General Manager Coal City FM, Kate Nebo. Zonal Supervisor is the Deputy Director Programs, Radio Nigeria Enugu Zonal Station, Joy Opitelata. And the Executive Producer is the Zonal Director, Radio Nigeria FRCN, Enugu Zonal Station, Dr. Ikechukwu Eze. My name is Ekene Odigwe. Thanking you for listening. Good morning.